What is going on, you beautiful people? It's your boy Yuri VI here, coming at you with another Marvel Rivals video. Adding a little bit of pre-game commentary. I guess technically the game's already started. Basically, this is my Celestial game, my Celestial rank up game, and I got target banned. And basically, the people on the enemy team were on my team the game before, being extremely toxic, and I don't really mind that. Honestly, it's competitive spirit. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, these guys upset me. I mean, it is what it is. Um, Despite all that, though, despite getting counterbanned, despite having to fight these people that just pissed me off of the game before, we managed to get a very impressive win here. And I've been really focused on a lot of life stuff, so I've been making a lot of content recently. So I'm sorry for the drop off in that. Probably pick it back up here in a few days. So what I want to do here for this video is a different type of video that I have never done before, but I've had a lot of requests to do it, and just personally, my friends have asked me to do this kind of content in order to just see how it goes and to help them maybe personally. So that's what I'm gonna do. And what I'm referring to, obviously, I'm talking kind of like very in general here, is I'm just gonna do commentary, and so I'll talk about why I'm doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, and just the reasoning for everything, I guess, and try to like make it make sense for somebody who might not understand why, what's happening on the screen, what's happening. So this whole first fight, while I was talking, basically I was diving into the front line and the back line simultaneously by running up the walls. That's one of VP's best traits, especially against melee characters and characters who just can't really reach him, is run up the walls, double jump, use your movement to get away from them, get around them. This Wolverine was chasing me, so I decided just to turn and fight him for a second, and then obviously we got a few picks there, so we reset the fight. As BP, yeah, you want to be antagonizing the backline. That's pretty obvious, but what you also want to be doing, in my opinion, is setting marks before the fight happens, because what a lot of VPs do, and this is a good strategy, I do it sometimes, is flank, throw a spear, dash, kick out, run up the wall, jump out, and then usually that person is dead with the spear, dash, kick out combo. That usually does kill damage on any health, character. But some people like to do double spear combos. It's a personal thing, it's a situational thing. I'm not going to get too deep into that. However, back to the point, when you set a lot of spears on people before the fight starts, then when you're in the fight, obviously you don't have to worry about looking for your next target or being like, oh, did I mark them, or did my dash get cut, or so on and so forth. Did they actually have a mark on them? Did they get shielded? You'll know before the fight even starts. And so right here, I made a very terrible play. I tried to ult the supports in the spawn and kill them both, but they were being protected by their team. I also whiffed both my dashes and my kick, only having melees to finish, so very bad play. Spam for healing, say thank you for the healing. Even though that's their job, obviously me making a bad play there put them out of position, so you always want to be thankful when they push up to save you, because they don't have to do that. So again, a very bad play. I missed them more there, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. My dashes in this first half were kind of questionable, but my defense is that I've been playing only Star-Lord, and my hours will back this up, and a lot of my content coming up will back this up. A lot of Star-Lord content coming up. So I've kind of dropped off of BP. If you've seen a lot of my earlier content, a lot of BP stuff. When I hit Grandmaster, that's mainly my main character, was BP, and I play Loki a lot too, and I still do. Just because it's good to play other characters and other roles. I also have a mag, but back to the game. So they actually get a really good push here, and it's primarily because our team was not coordinated. As you can see there, we had our Venom and our Cloak, or I think it's Invisible Woman, and the backline died there together, and everyone else died like way before that, and it's a very tough situation there whenever two critical pieces die, such as a strategist and a tank. You really want to fall back, because there's never really going to be a situation where you win that fight unless there's ults on the board, in which case there wasn't. So I do my best here to stall for my team to get back. Incredible stall, but doesn't matter. Wolverine ult into Strange ult wraps that up for our team. And that's exactly what I was talking about right there. Even though we actually managed to get our entire team back onto the point, didn't matter. They used the ults to blow the fight out of the water, regardless of the numbers. I started thinking about a swap here because, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Star-Lord. My BP into Namor and Wolverine's kind of questionable. You're gonna get pulled. You're gonna get Namor squidded. Sorry. And also, Mr. Fantastic is also kind of an interesting pick. I don't think he counters BP outright, but it is hard for BP to fight him. It's kind of like Magic for BP. She can kind of knock you around. She can also gain armor, just like you can gain armor, so your kill combos don't always work. And then Mr. Fantastic also has Reflect, which makes it, even harder to fight him at times. More similar to Iron Fist in that regard. So as you can see, the Wolverine and the Strange start looking for our backline here. They find me. I don't give them anything. I'm BP. I use all my shit to get out. Looking at them from above, drop on the Strange, get an easy mark. Strange can't do anything about you being, like, you having a mark on him, unlike Magneto, who can kind of bubble and stop you from getting the mark off of him. So it's very, very valuable to just run up the wall, drop the spear behind the shield, and, stuff like that. Okay, so Wolverine pulls me out here. Irrelevant, this guy was on my team last game, and we had a good game, but we lost. It was a close game, and I think he's stacked with some of these other people, so he started blaming me, but I don't, like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't care about any of that. Irrelevant, but I think that's why he was trying to pull me out there and 1v1 me. Did not go well for him, even with the Fantastic on his side. Wolverine's just not great at fighting other DPS, so not really dropping any profound information. I think most people know he's a good tank shredder. So I drop into the fight here, trying to get sturdy. Our cloak ults, which is what I was expecting. Believe they calmed it beforehand. Okay, so then the thing ults, Strange gets pushed in, I think because of our Invisible Woman. I kick back into the Strange, making sure we secure that. Our Invisible Woman ults to save our team, but our Venom pushes out of it anyway. Kind of irrelevant for her to ult because we killed the Strange already, but maybe she thought, oh, the damage is going to come in and we need it. I wasn't really aware of our teammates' health there, so kick in, boom, 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 kick out. Excuse me, dash out. And we actually missed our dash there, so we had no reset, which kind of led us to sell. That's the thing, you can't get too comfortable when you're playing BP. Just as a tip to the BP mains, you really want to stay vigilant, stay on top of yourself, don't lose yourself. What I like to do is, you feel like Genji, for example, in Overwatch back in the days, when you get that kill, you get that dash reset, you just want to go off, you want to go ham, you want to do more damage, you want to, be more of a threat to the enemies. But sometimes it's better just to dash out, especially if that dash isn't guaranteed. And obviously, the better you are at getting those dashes, even when they're hard to get, the better BP you'll be, the better of a BP you'll be. So we're regrouping here, just not really trying to fight. I see the Mr. Fantastic, I also see the Rocket Raccoon. I go on the Raccoon, I solo ult the Raccoon, he dies, the fight starts, overtime. It's a good pick to get him because now there's no respawning, and also that's one of their healers. Have no dash, so I'm kind of relying on my team to get in here and get, work off of that pick, the support, yep, boom, boom. And then more down, Mr. Fantastic focusing throughout that whole fucking fight, just running me down, but it doesn't matter. We did a good job there, I think. Oh, wait, Cloak and Dagger ult comes to save the day. We have Psylocke, we have Cloak and Dagger, we have Invisible Woman. They're all there stalling. The tanks are going to be there soon as well. I dash and kick just to get out of spawn quick. Only 8-second cooldowns, very similar to Genji, so it's like, you can just use it to get there. So now we're here. Strange portal, so another fight starts. Invisible Woman ult comes out. Get a little bit lost in the sauce because of the portal there. We see Wolverine dashes out, so we start just meleeing forward, just showing our presence, making them look at us, not our supports. Thing ults, we clean it up. Very, very standard stuff there that first round. Nothing like groundbreaking. I would say that my positioning was very bad in some parts, but also like when I overextended, for example. But in some points of the gameplay there, my positioning was actually very good. So like the Namor squids weren't really applying that much pressure to me due to the fact that I was diving when they were focused on someone else or they were already killed. Just, I think, excuse me, overall there, pretty good positioning at some points, but obviously could be better. And so here comes the comms. Apparently, I think just the backstory real quick is that they also were toxic to this guy, the Glorious Pups guy. I think they told him to swap off the thing and saying that that he couldn't play the thing or whatever. And so now he's talking his he got Kandra, he's saying fuck Yuri. He's mad at me playing BP. I'm really mad at the beginning of the game got cut because they were talking shit and then they were saying they were going to counterban me, right? And so they counterbanned me because I play Star-Lord a lot now. And I told them that Star-Lord's not my original main and that they really just banned nothing. And honestly, Star-Lord's just not strong enough to ban. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you're banning Star-Lord, that person who plays Star-Lord, in my opinion, could probably play any other character because Star-Lord, all he is movement management, ammo management. Very simple character, has good movement, aimbot ult, nothing too crazy. So if you can understand that, basically you could understand anything, you know, and understand like a Namor, understand like a Hela, understand a Punisher, and how to position, how to play that character. And in my case, I like playing like dive characters and just I like playing characters that feel empowering. And BP, when you start dashing through a fight, when you start dashing through every character on their team and they can't stop you, it feels really empowering. Right there, unfortunate. I think our healers had already used their cooldowns maybe, or maybe they just weren't looking for me. I dashed out a little late, but I was right there in front of them and behind our tank, so it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get healed there. But could always chalk it up to just being too dangerous around the Namor squids. Took a little bit too much damage. They weren't ready for me to die right there. So the tanks die as well. No threats to the back line happening. I try to get a dash off here so that way I can get out. I do get the dash with the armor off the Wolverine and do manage to get out. Okay, thank you, Twitch. I appreciate the notification. And so, looking at the back line, and more squids spot us out. So we start holding a wall, trying to make sure we can see over, see what we're looking at. We go in just to create an opening for our team. That's now regrouped. Namor gets dove in the back line heavily, forced out his bubble and his squids, which I actually saw at the very last second there by turning around. So I start focusing him again, not letting him get out. He has bubble up again. So maybe I didn't actually get it out there. Regardless, they ult, we ult, Cloak and Dagger ult, and Invisible Woman ult, go 1-for-1. Venom dives, I follow up on the dive, very classic, very basic, go for the supports first. Down one, mouse find the other, double dash, she's done, Strange is still here, looking around to see if there's any more threats. I see Wolverine, I feel the more squids. Get pulled by the Wolverine, trying to 1v1 me, literally solo ults me off the side after we already beat their whole team in an all-team fight. Very cool, very interesting play there. I'd say that was worth it for them. I give them the okay, man. I'm not even doing all. I'm honestly very average here. I'm just playing at the tempo that my Psylocke is playing at. I'm not even going that crazy. I'm following up. I'm doing very simple stuff, finishing kills off that are, you know, trying to get out. And so they go crazy here with the Strange Portal plus Invisible Woman ult. So I back up, obviously not doing anything to that. I'm letting my team know Best Ascent's ready for after this that I can go in. So the thing goes in, start setting it up. I miss my spear like a bot, I miss my other spear like a bot, miss my dash, but I hit one dash and I hit my ult. The Strange ult's there. That's very important for what happens next because Psylocke goes crazy. The thing on our team's also getting some space dies. Venom gets some space dies. Right there. But the problem is now they don't have anything to stop us for our next dive. They really needed to keep something because they use Invisible Woman ult and they use Cloak and Dagger ult, excuse me, very early on. So there's nothing they can really do to stop us now. I'm calling out that the Wolverine might have his ult here. Invisible Woman comes that she has her ult coming up. We do double dash, get a little ult charge. So now it's a game of time. We gotta farm our ult, also try to find a pick if it's presented to us. There, Wolverine kills our Psylocke. We go in, like I said, just trying to get some ult charge here, do some damage, apply some pressure. Strange gets low, so I go for the kill. The thing follows up with me. Mr. Fantastic's now also running. The healers were healing, I think, Wolverine in the back line while he was killing our Psylocke earlier, so they actually got caught off guard there. Cloak and Dagger has their ult back up now. They use it. Wolverine's looking at me, so I'm scared to get ulted here. I dash out immediately, don't even go for anything special. Dash back into him, get the health pack, but then block him from getting the health pack. Very important there. I didn't want him to dash through me and get it. I'll turn back to body block him. And now we finish off this fight. Cloak and Dagger, Mr. Fantastic fall very easily. Now, looking back at the footage, I would argue that it's honestly not, there's no point in going Black Panther here. I mean, honestly, just against the Strange and Wolverine. It's just, it's not Strange, Namor and the Wolverine, sorry. The DPS that can really punish him by stopping him from doing what he wants to do, Wolverine by pulling him out of his dash, and Namor by just bombarding him with squids. Very cool chase down Namor there. I don't know why he repeat. There's a health pack in the room behind him. Repeat, I go crazy on their team here. I started doing what I was talking about earlier. I started feeling myself way too much there, and my team calls me out for it, saying BPY, and I tell them there's no big deal. We still got 2 minutes left. I was just trying to get some picks on the supports. I thought that the Cloak and Dagger would die there, but she threw down her heal circle, so you know what that means. If a support uses a cooldown, then you're not killing them while that cooldown's active. Just that simple. But obviously, I could have waited for my team there for more follow-up. So here, this is one of the last fights. As you can see, the thing goes in. I use my dash reset with my spear. Look for the Invisible Woman. Miss her with the dash. Find her with the spear.
There's a
left
syringe
in
in the back of my
disarray, and this is pretty
Thank
much
you.
the last fight here. The thing actually opened up very well there. I managed to follow up, obviously, and get the support. Boom, Wolverine's on our support, get him off. This guy been soloing me all game, so I give him a little bit of his own medicine here, and yeah, that's really it. So yeah, being target banned and being focused the whole game by the Wolverine, that was my Celestial rank up game, and I actually lost the footage, so here is a clip of my Star-Lord game right after that one from the end that I'm going to post coming up soon. Yeah, it's been really fun getting to Celestial. It's really tough work, but I mean, if you just stay focused, you stay determined, it's not that difficult to get there, and I don't think I'll have any trouble getting to Eternity, so I'll keep you guys updated when that comes out, and yeah, I was kind of yapping in this video, but I'll try to refine this style and make it better, make it informative so that you guys can get, you know, the most out of my videos. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. More content coming soon. And yeah, peace. And thank you for watching.
That's that's the thing, bro.
Here's the thing.
He was popping off.
He was doing good. For a solo tank, he was doing his thing.